What the hell, Edward, did you do to my front bumper? What the heck is going on here? It's an Porsche. It's missing the P on the front. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Midlife Crisis. I am with a very sweaty, dirty man. You have been working all day.
I've been working, man.
We are not at the Midlife Crisis shop. We are at the Dr. Flo Design Studio, as I've now coined it.
Yeah, you called it the studio? I thought that was pretty nice.
It is, because you build art here.
I do.
And so,
not right now.
Edward has, so let's kind of go back in time a little bit. I have been, over the last couple weeks, I took off all the old 7-year-old PPF off the Porsche GT4 because my plan was, let's get it polished, let's get it new PPF put on it, ceramic, get the paint ready to go.
Make it pretty.
And then when I pulled off the PPF, we found a bunch of
Yeah.
Outside of the videos and repairs, Edward is just doing me a solid and getting all that fixed up before we go for the PPF. We got a surprise in an upcoming video on the PPF, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because we got a really solid, cool video coming up in a couple weeks. But today, Edward is not only painting the bumper, getting it all straight.
I just can't leave well enough alone.
But he has a surprise for me, and it's kind of his specialty. Did on a couple other Porsches. Edward is going to, let's just say we're going to get rid of some chicken wire. We're gonna do what Porsche should have done. I'm doing it again. I'm absolutely doing it again.
Let's do a Porsche.
We're doing what Porsche should have done the first time to the front of every Porsche, whether it was a 911, Boxster, GT4. You've done this on a 911 Turbo S, correct?
Right.
And a couple others. So sit back, relax. Edward's going to take us through something that's really pretty cool. And you're going to want to do this to your Porsche after you see this. So
after you see how simple it is.
Alrighty. So what have you already done to the bumper?
Oh,
because it's not white.
No, it's not white because we've taken out a few rock chips that were up here on the front that were gonna leave little funny air bubbles, and just not the way to go when it's time to wrap your PPF on there. So you got to take care of your rock chips. You got to take care of your rock chips before you send it out for PPF. So that's what we've done. There's a little bit of filler on the very large ones, which there wasn't many, but there was quite a few small ones. So I chased them down, really looked for them, and under a microscope, and basically got it to where we've got it primered now. So tomorrow it'll go into paint along with 2 rockers. So we'll get those rockers out and on there. They've got primer on them as well. So, but as of right now, we're gonna ditch the chicken wire.
So you talk about the chicken wire that was in all of these holes?
That's what I gotta do. I can't have that in there, man.
Show us what was in there beforehand. Okay, so it's just like a cross-hatched.
Yeah, I mean, it's effective, but it could be better.
So that's basically protecting everything that's behind it, right?
Yeah.
But that literally is, I mean, it's painted nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not crazy.
But
it's
as
not
you can
bad.
tell, it's just like they cut it with some shears.
Yeah, and it's what do they call it? Expanded metal is usually what you'll find it as. So if you wanted to look for a material like this, or if you wanted to replace it, expanded metal is one way to look for it. They just stamp it and stretch it, gives you that look. And then of course this right here is probably powder coated.
So we're going to leave a link in the description below. So this is, what is this? Hexagonal,
according to it, 6mm spacing on each hex.
Okay.
So you can see it's got that honeycomb look to it.
It's got that Aventador look.
Yeah, right. Sure does.
So we're gonna replace this kind of diamond crosshatch, whatever, on all 4 of the air intakes on the front bumper with this new hexagon material. Is this pretty easy to work with, or is it difficult?
Yeah, it is easy actually. It doesn't bug me too much. You just have to have some patience with it. The first thing,
which is why I'm not working on it, because I have no patience. And this is an easy mod, you say?
Yeah, I think it's a very easy mod, because all we're gonna do to get this mod to work is we're going to lay ours across.
So the existing OEM ones you're going to put across and use that as a template?
And use it as a template. There's several different ways that you can do it. Me personally, I like to take that and just basically use small vices.
Okay.
And just vice it to there. We're at the new shop. The new shop has some tools.
And not all the tools.
But not all the tools.
Because you're like between 3 locations right now.
They might be here. Some of those tools might be here. Question is, where are they?
All right, just to give you guys kind of a sneak peek of what the hexagon front grille is going to look like and how it's going to change the look of the front end. We're also going from a kind of a gunmetal to a black on the front grille, correct?
Yep.
So
gloss black.
I am super excited. Edward surprised me with this. This is his brainchild, so I am ecstatic that we're able to do this while we're getting the bumper fixed, all the rock chips. So we're going to take you through the entire process, and this is definitely something you guys can do to your Porsche. So let's get into it.
So your main thing is your edges, guys. You want to get them as straight as possible. What you don't want is this type of an edge. I don't know if you can see it.
The waviness?
Yeah, and so what I usually do is I'll just take it and wherever it's got a low spot, just bend it up a little bit. This is going to help out once it's time to put it in there. Once it's in, trust me, it's going to lay flat.
How do you get the middle?
It'll come in with it.
It'll come in.
Yeah, because we're going to end up distorting it quite a bit when we cut it with the shears.
Gotcha.
But once the shears are off of it, then you can lay it down. If you have the time, I mean, you can squash it between something and, you know, warm it up.
You just take that and put it down?
No, we're just kind of like looking. I'm showing the people at home, this is what we're making.
Okay, you're trying to figure out how much out of this one panel that you can actually put together.
Yeah, the rough cut. I can work that and I can work this.
So you're actually getting two out of the 4.
2 grills.
2 grills out of this one. So you're probably going to need to order a minimum of 2 of these panels, which, obviously, like I said, I will link down below. This is just, we bought it on Amazon. There's nothing special about it. It's great material. It's very sturdy. But next business day.
All right, so this is our overlay. This is kind of how we're going to work it out. You can see that's about where it's at. First things first.
What's that? Let's
make sure we haven't gotten turned around and we know that the right side is on the right side. Okay, cool, we're good. Now, this probably wouldn't happen on the centerpiece, but it would happen on one of the sides. So you want to make sure that you're mirroring the same side. So then we bring it back. As you can see, it's got a natural curve to it. So we'll be putting this on the glossy side of the hex. Now with some masking tape, doesn't have to be greatest masking tape in the world, but it does have to hold its form once we run it over a few times. I'm gonna make it nice and thick to where it's gonna become like a giant decal. Then I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna cut out the edges, and I'm gonna have a giant decal. This decal will hold its shape because I'm gonna tape it over like 2 to 3 times. So you'll have quite a bit of wasted tape, but something nice we can peel off of this and stick on our hex.
We are back with Dr. Flo's Arts and Crafts.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is now you're just cutting out the sides around the mesh grill.
Yes. We don't have to do it perfect.
So Edward, you said you don't recommend sitting out here by your car cutting and playing with scissors?
Nah, I got this slave driver Craig over here. He's like, let's do stuff to my Porsche. No, I'm sorry. Let's do stuff to my Porsche. And so, yeah, so we're out here in the heat, but that's all right. We don't have any AC.
So well, you just recommend that we, you know, if you're gonna go ahead and cut, take it inside, watch
Chill
Netflix
with the family, you know, talk to your kid. So as you can see, it lays right down inside of here just fine with all the tape on it. But what you're gonna want to see is all of these tangs and clips. Let's make sure that they fit. And if the tangs and the clips fit just like they're doing now, check that out. Okay, let's get that one back. Yep, everything looks like it fits.
You got your decal, right?
This one right here, this is the only one that we're probably gonna, yeah, this is our decal. This one right here we're probably gonna wanna pull back a little bit, because this is gonna show you where to cut. You're gonna be blind. You're gonna be blind on where you're supposed to cut once we stick this sticker on that material.
Gotcha.
That material.
That material?
That material.
Oh, the hex.
Yes, the hex. In my opinion.
So what side does this need to, do you put the sticker on? The
I
gloss
like the
side?
outer. I like the outer.
Okay, so you made that thick enough, so it's just gonna come straight off.
Yes. We overlaid.
And that way you're also making sure that you maximize your mesh material.
Yes.
You ready to cut?
No.
What do we do now?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna start over.
Like, just laying it down again. We're not cutting. Oh, I see. He doesn't want to lose any material.
Okay, make sure these guys unravel. Just like putting that dollar bill in the Coke machine. Just like that, just like that. Stick it down, stick it down.
You ready to snip, snip?
I'm ready to snip. First things first, kids.
Cut a square?
Yeah, let's cut a square. It makes it so much more manageable.
Now for the fine cutting?
Yes.
So now you're doing the fine cutting?
We're doing the fine cutting.
The tedious work?
Mm-hmm.
Are you done trimming your toenails?
No. I'm still going. These look a little high, but we'll try it out just for good measure.
So you're just laying it in there still, just trying to see if the tabs go where they're supposed to go?
Mm-hmm. That is it. Sometimes if you feel like it might be a little tight, like I feel that in that corner right there,
yeah,
don't force it.
Trim it.
Trim it. So you want it to fit in there really nice and easy. Because if it doesn't, then guess what?
What?
It'll wave.
Oh.
Too much pressure. Yes, it'll wave at you like a parade. That's nice.
Like
That's
that?
nice. That's nice. I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what's next?
Oh.
You have to take the decal off?
Peel and stick, buddy.
Peel and stick.
Peel and stick.
Dodge and weave. Oh. Yeah, it looks good, dude.
Right? Let me get the other side in.
Okay.
We gotta have that moment of truth.
So just press the inner, what do you call that? Inner liner back into the tabs.
Mm-hmm.
And don't force it, just be gentle. Go around each side. I think it's a big difference. I mean, it's a subtle difference, but it does make a difference. You want to snap that in the bumper, see what it looks like? Mm-hmm. Let's do that. So does that just snap to the back of the bumper?
Yes, it does. Now, we won't snap it all the way in.
But there's no screws or nothing?
No, there is.
There is screws?
There is screws. There's screws and there's clips.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, guys. What do you think so far? That's the front middle part. Obviously, we got more to do, but that's literally the process to get that in and get that into the front bumper and change from the diamond square pattern to really whatever pattern you guys want to fit in your grills. So we're going to get on to do the extra pieces and get a full bumper done. That looks good.
That looks good. I think it'll fly.
All right, you want to see what it looks like? Oh yeah, that's gonna look good.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot, I get off to the thought of...
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. If you did, give that video a big thumbs up. And as always, Edward and I appreciate you watching the channel. And until next time, we'll see you later. Peace out.